did, still does actually. Um, I don't like a man that actually allows everybody else to dictate his life, mm-mm. or blame everybody else for the mistakes that he has created in his own life. That's the reason why a lot of people don't like me, Judge, because I'm not finna allow nothing to go on around my life or surrounding me in my life, and I'm not finna speak up about it. Just like, no, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. If I don't want to be bothered with it, I'm gonna tell you that. A lot of these people out here don't like the fact that I don't care to be friends with them. Yeah, not just children's fathers, like everybody else surrounding it. They feel like just because they are who they are to other people that I'm supposed to praise them the same way. And I'm just like, I do not. I don't like your morals. I don't like your ethnics. I don't like anything about you. I don't like the way you carry yourself. I don't like what you represent. I don't like what you stand for. And I don't like you. I mean, it's not like I just don't like people. I can not like who you are and still be okay and cordial with you. You just cannot get mad at me because I don't like you. Like, that's very adolescent and young minded, if you ask me. There's a lot of people that don't like my mouth. There's a lot of people that don't like nothing that I say. It don't mean that they still cannot just. It don't mean that they don't like me. They just don't like that I talk so doggone much, which is understandable, and I have accepted that fact, being who I am. A lot of the times where I have problems with people is because of the things that I say. Period. That's just all it is to it. It's not no actions. It's not nothing that I do to these people. It's just how I explain why I don't like them. It might not even be about them. I could just be explaining something to somebody, be like, look, she talking about me, and I'm just like, this has nothing to do with you at all. I guess if the shoe fits, Cinderella, then wear it, ma'am. Um, and yeah, then I have problems because it's just like, who is she to feel like I am me? Me? I don't operate the way you operate. I don't raise my children the way you raise your children. I don't act the way you do. And as a grown woman, I have the right to say that, and it should be okay. Like, I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm just saying I don't accept you and how you are. And I don't want to be around it. And that's just you would think that that would be harmless. No, not in these days and times. It's not harmless. No, people feel like you are being very judgmental, but I'm just like, okay, so y'all judging me because I'm telling y'all what I don't like about y'all, and the reason why I don't hang out with y'all, and the reason why I don't associate myself with y'all, and the reason why I care not to. But I'm being judgmental. But you're not looking at why I'm what made me feel like that. Like, you continuously on with the same behavior pattern, and you think that I'm supposed to change? No. Or what I say about you supposed to change? No. Still don't like you. Um, Probably still ain't gonna like you. But anyway, going back to my homeboy and his story. He gets mad at me because I told him that he seen the red flags to begin with, but he didn't care because he was actually spending time with her, and it was all good then when it didn't have nothing to do with two children. That has nothing to do with him. I said, now that your child is in the mix, now she's a bad parent. I said, well, technically, she probably was a bad parent to begin with. You just didn't care. Now, these men can't say that I was a bad parent because, baby, every last one of them, even with the ex-husband situation, before I was a parent, I was dragging around my niece and nephew with him. Like, hey, even when I moved in with him, Judge, my niece and my nephew came still to his house every weekend. When I was staying with his parents, I told everybody, like, hey, I get my niece, my nephew on the weekend. Is that gonna be a problem? He already knew what type of person I was when it comes to parenting, even though I was not a parent at the time when I had my 6 children. Um, my daughter's father, when I got back in connection with him, he asked me how many kids I had, and I was just like, a lot. And he was like, shoot, you could take care of one, you could take care of a lot of them. And I'm just like, well, you know what? You said you spoke volumes on that. When I came around him, um, when I first came around him, I only had one of my children. Then after that, I ended up bringing all the rest of them. And I had a van at the time, something I would never drive again, but I had a van, and it got me where I need to go. Um, that's crazy because I remember him saying something about the soccer mom van or something like that. And I told my children that we were going to see my friend, which he was, been my friend since we went to middle school together. But it ended up turning into something more than just being a friend because he actually cared about me. I care about him. And this is like in life. We do not have to communicate with each other every day. But when it comes to, like, shoot, even to now, we can talk about relationship. I used to talk to him about my relationship problem with my son. And I think that's the reason why we not cool like that no more. Because he was just like, Shelly, what was you thinking? And I'm just like, apparently I wasn't thinking, like, when you get out of one bad situation, you're supposed to be looking to elevate to something better. Apparently, um, I thought what was better was not what was better. And then I ain't gonna lie, like, I had my head down for real because I knew that my daughter's father was going through something mentally that I could not help him with. And I decided to actually, you know, invest in something that I knew wasn't going to be long term. Like, I could just tell by the man's demeanor. Like, Judge, go listen to the videos down below. It was times where I would be in my house cleaning up from top to bottom, and this man would see me and he would be laying in my bed like he purchased something. Like, Lord have mercy, boy, just sitting back even thinking about it. And then this man gonna sit here and tell me I probably could go back to what? Go back to being hurt and taken advantage of and